Okay, hello and welcome to Lab 1. Remember we started 0 in computer science, so it is now time for Lab 1, which is your second lab. So go ahead and click on this PDF file with the overview, and pretty much everything is last time. I don't think I need to make these videos for much longer because probably after this one you'll know the drill. So the first step is, as usual, I'll probably have made some last minute changes, so go ahead inside of your handy dandy terminal, go to refresh starter code, and there were some actual changes there. Gosh knows, this is from last time I made a video. Alright, so now we have the new code, and now we're ready to go and put this where we want it to go. Okay, so go ahead and navigate to the directory where you want to save your lab and work on it. Perhaps it's in your shared directory. I made mine on my desktop. You could have made yours anywhere. It's in /media. You can see there's this one right there. And inside of that there's a CSCI 40 folder. And maybe that's where you want to work. And if you ever have any trouble getting there, you can do this. You can go to the file browser, go to where you want to save it, the folder, and you can say cd space and just drag the folder. Oh, I guess I have to go out to other locations first. Dun dun dun. Computer / media SF CSCI shared, and now it'll just type it for me if you're confused as to where it is. And that's where I am right now. It has those things. And inside of that, I guess I want to make this inside of CSCI 40, so I will cd into that as well. And you can drag it if you want. Okay, so that's where I want to do my lab. So you'll just copy it like last time with the cp command, -r for copy a folder. And that's pretty much it. So let's get those files up in here. I'll say clear. Nope, got some software updates apparently. So /starter -code /CSCI 40, and you can type tab and it'll autocomplete for you, and then lab 01 and a dot, which stands for put this thing in my current working directory, please. Alright, so now it's all there. I have my lab 01 folder. I can cd into that. This is the full path to get there, but you can see what's there, these two files, and there's stuff inside of them this time. Here's what you're going to do. So the first program you're going to make is a random average function. So we talked about random numbers in lecture, and you're going to generate 5 random numbers between 1 and 100, okay? And then you'll produce their average in decimal form, so you'll make a double there, and print that out with 2 decimal places of precision. Okay, so you'll round that like that, and I think that's about all I want to show you. So you can go ahead and look at the file, what I've done for you already. I've included some helpful comments for where you want to start your implementation. And it looks like that line wasn't broken far enough. Sorry about that. But yeah, here's where you will be implementing your things, and some of these output lines are already there for you. Okay, so just go ahead and get that to look like these output things, and I'll run it again for you just for fun. So it'll look like this. Whee! Okay, so those are several runs of that program, and hopefully that's not too bad. So compile it with your normal command and get that working. Alright, the next part is slightly more difficult because it involves some formatting and also some rounding in a special way, and I'll give you a hint if you want to come to office hours or ask me about it. So you're going to calculate the sales tax of a price that the user enters, and we're going to pretend that we live in a world where every price is rounded to the nearest dime. So there's always going to be a 0 in the cents place, okay? So in the ones place or the hundredths place if you're talking about decimal. Okay, so the idea is you're going to take the number that the user entered, and here let me go to the program. You're going to take the number that the user entered. Now it's sitting in a double variable called price, and you're going to calculate the standard 7.75% sales tax, okay? And on top of that, you're going to round it to the nearest dime, because in our pretend world, there are no nickels, there are no pennies, so you have to round everything to the nearest dime. And so look into using the round function, and you'll have to use it in a special, a little tricky way to get it to round to the nearest tenth rather than the nearest whole number. And I gave you the documentation if you want to look at that. But after you've done that, you just, in essence, you're going to print it out in a pretty way with a $sign, some spaces, and a plus sign and a line. But yeah, that's about it. Once you've got those that tax calculated, you just add those two numbers, and then on the last line you print the sum. Okay, that is pretty much it. So get the sales tax working. Here's what it looks like when you run it. Enter the price. I don't know, $150. And so it'll look like that. Apparently 7.75% sales tax rounded is 150 times 0.0775 is this much, this many cents, but we're going to round it to the closest dime, so it's going down to 10 cents of tax. Okay, that's the idea. And I don't know, 970. That's the idea there. So in this case, 970, 7.75% of that is about 75 cents, but we're going to round that up to the nearest dime again. Okay, that's the idea. And yeah, that is what you'll be implementing there. And make sure to watch out for the fancy formatting. Shouldn't be too bad though. There's how to compile it. You know how to run it. Yeah, that's it. And then you'll submit that to the auto grader, lab 1 at CSCI 40, of course, and you'll give the files. And each program has equal weight. Okay, so 10 points each. And that's all. You know how to submit from last lab. That's everything I wanted to say. So good luck, and please yell at me if you have any questions. So I will see you next week.